Because when we're talking about nature, I think about like the person that you truly are within, or the qualities that you actually want to be. I don't know. It's hard to explain, but yeah. Or
Hold on. This is okay. This explains so much. I think you misunderstood what we mean by nature.
oh shit. Okay.
This
oh,
explains
No. Oh no.
so much.
Oh no.
When we say, okay, when we talk about nature according to these points, we meant the physical environment.
Oh my god.
It explains so much.
Oh no. Welcome everybody to The Factory. This is episode 5, and this is just a continuation of
Yes.
the last video,
Yeah.
which is what makes a person.
Yeah. What makes a person? Identities part 2. Yeah. Welcome back. It's your boys, Nick and Kevin and Nick, how you want to say it. And yeah, we have quite the task ahead of us.
Yep.
Yeah, but why don't you remind the audience how we
sure.
left it last time?
Well, the things I remember was we talked about nature and nurture. We talked about intention and actions. We talked about what else?
Yeah, the ship of Theseus.
Oh yeah, we talked
Or the
about
sheep of Theseus, as some would
the
call
sheep of Theseus, if I call it. But the ship of Theseus problem, and we also talked about.
Oh.
No, I think that was about it.
Yeah,
We both had different answers for almost every single question, I believe, so far.
more or less, like
There is some agreement, but
Yeah.
like especially with
It
those
was-
questions where it's like, is it more nurture or nature? Is it
It-
more
it was
intention
more
or
of-
action?
it was more of me being convinced, and then you were like,
I was
I
trying
don't
to
know, I'll
figure
think
out.
about it.
I was trying to
Yeah.
figure it out. Yeah, because
Yeah.
it is.
yeah.
It is.
But I mean,
such-
it's just gonna get even more chaotic from there. So buckle up, boys. But yeah, so let's just get straight into it. Also, before that,
Yep.
we apologize for the setting. I mean, we did the best we could with finding this place. But as you can see, this is the behind the scenes.
There's
Kind
too
of.
much light. There's too much light. I didn't think that would be a problem.
Yeah, but this is kind of what you guys do not see. So you get a little
So
sneak peek
perfect
this
behind the
episode.
scenes. The behind the scenes right here. Oh shit! What did I do? There you go.
Yeah. But yeah, hopefully we can.
I just noticed.
Mhm.
They can see your jacket. They can probably see the stuff there.
Right. So we're messy like that, but who cares? It is what it is, dude. It is what it
It's
is.
fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, we're
we don't
tired-
hide things.
We're tired engineers. What do you expect?
Exactly. I just
But-
finished homework for today.
Anyway, so yeah, just apologize for that, and also we want to thank you for the lovely reception we've been getting for the past few episodes. It's been nice, for the most part, and yeah. All right, going forward.
Take it away. Exactly.
Thank
Just
you.
Take it away.
Thank you.
What was the next
I
point?
think. Hold on.
How many points did we do last time? 4, right?
Yeah.
Nurture, nature, action, intention,
Yeah.
uh,
The relational self.
relational self,
Yeah.
and then what was the last one?
No, that was the last one. Before that, we did values and actions.
Oh, values and actions. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Anyway, yeah, point number 5, the unconscious influence. So, let me just read this out. How much of our personality, reactions, and choices come from unconscious patterns we are not even aware of? Can we be said to truly know ourselves if so much operates below conscious awareness? Pause. Give us 2 seconds.
2 seconds later.
Okay, and we are back. Yeah, we just need to get some fuel to energize us. Anyway, as I was saying, the unconscious influence. So, do you want me to read it out again, or
Yeah, sure. Why not?
How much of our personality reactions and choices come from unconscious patterns we are not even aware of? Can we be said to truly know ourselves if so much operates below conscious awareness? I have a feeling this kind of ties in with this is like the
Nature.
no. This is the more introspective version of masks.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Can we truly know ourselves? You know?
Yeah, this is a very similar question to that.
Mm.
Episode 2 and 3.
Yeah. But yeah, what's your take on this?
Like, of course, there are going to be a lot of actions that we do unconsciously. Whether
Okay,
it's...
let's. Oh, sorry to cut you off, but
No, that's fine. What were you going to say?
I think it's a good point to start with how much do you think is unconscious and how much is conscious when it comes to our personality.
I don't know. We could. I mean, like, I could try figuring that out, but
So okay, let's take it. So it says personalities, reactions, and choices. Which out of
personalities,
these
reactions,
things,
and
which ones do you
choices.
think are conscious and unconscious, or like mostly conscious, mostly unconscious?
Choices is the only thing that I think is conscious.
Okay.
But even then, there are going to be some choices that you do unconsciously, I guess. Maybe like habits.
Mm. I wouldn't exactly call that unconscious though. It's just not you're not paying much attention to it, but it's still.
That's
But I still
you're
have.
not consciously doing that action anymore, though. It's just part of your.
Yeah, but I still have to push myself to get out of bed and brush my teeth. I have the choice not to, but I do it, even though it's a habit.
Yeah, I say habits. We have bad ones, so I don't know. But yeah, okay, but yeah,
But okay,
my
choice
point.
is mostly conscious. Alright?
I out of those three, I say it's mostly just choices that is conscious.
So
Because
you think-
personality, I guess
Uh-huh.
you can make conscious decisions to make or to shape your personality, but a lot of this stuff is going to be molded by also the unconscious stuff.
Mhm.
And then reactions, I say that's mostly unconscious. Because it's
Okay.
just it's just spur in the moment stuff or spur in the moment actions and choices that you do, right? And that's I don't know if you would call that conscious stuff, conscious action or a conscious decision.
Okay. I agree with what you say. I'm just gonna introduce the
Go for it.
the converse.
Go for it.
So for personality, the conscious part of it, we kind of touched upon it on the last point, the relational self from last episode, where we kind of like project a certain version of us to family, friends, strangers,
Yep.
and it's not exactly 100% of
The whole
who-
self, yeah.
So that is conscious to a level. I think like when it begins, it's conscious, and then it turns unconscious, kind of
for
like
sure.
like a habit.
For sure.
Yeah, is there any other places where personality could be? I guess for like as a job, like for actors and such.
Go for it.
Like I mean, they a lot of them at least they project a different personality on screen, like in as their Hollywood self or their celebrity self.
That
and
makes
then
sense. Yeah, that's
in personal
kind
life
of
they're
their job. Yeah.
yeah, in personal life they're different people.
Of course. Yeah.
So I guess that's also an example. But I do agree with you that at least for the common man, for the normies like us,
Yeah, because I was just
most of it is unconscious.
yeah, probably. But
Mm-hmm.
I was just thinking, is it a useful question to ask? How much of it is it unconscious? I feel like it's more interesting to ask, but to try to answer the question is, how does the unconscious influence the person? Mostly, I feel like.
Yeah, I mean that's what
Which is the
yeah. I
big
just wanted to
question.
start in that. Okay, how much does the unconscious affect?
Affect.
So you want to go first, or I go first?
Go for it. I am at a loss of words. I think that's the expression. Because I'm trying to figure it out.
I think. Okay, here's how I think about it.
Go for it.
Because I'm thinking about myself.
Yep.
I think the foundation is unconscious.
Okay.
Like,
Foundation
lo-
to what though?
no, like a lot of who you are is because of unconscious stuff, like as you said, environment and nature and this and that.
That's not necessarily.
No, I mean like you adapt into it and then your personality
Okay.
just
Okay.
becomes that,
Gotcha.
like
Gotcha.
unconscious.
Gotcha. Okay. So. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, yeah. Like you're not voluntarily putting the effort to build up that foundational
Gotcha.
self.
It was everything around you that built that
Yeah, yeah,
foundation.
yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then I think we consciously reflect on that.
Yeah.
And then according to the situation we're in, socially or physically or whatever it is, we make changes to our personality. So I think the personality that we present is conscious in the sense that it was made consciously. And I think the people that we are like alone,
That's good. Yeah, I like that.
I
Answer.
think that is unconscious.
I like that answer. It links back to the old point. Yeah, I
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, that makes sense. I don't.
That's how I'm interpreting, or at least that's how I'm thinking about this. What do you think?
No, that does make sense. Right, because I was thinking about like the unconscious stuff being habits or stuff that that was ingrained into you as a kid, or for whatever reason, for the environment, for repetition,
Yeah.
right? And then, so that would be the foundation, as you said, and then
we
yeah,
build upon
and then
that.
you just
or-
build up from there
yeah.
through reflection or just not even. It doesn't even have to be for reflection, I guess. Not that
Yeah,
that's necessarily a good thing.
Yeah. I mean, I would recommend reflection.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
but yeah, I mean, it is possible not to. Cool. All right. We actually
Yeah,
agree
another
on,
one we agree
actually
on.
the
Yeah,
point.
yeah.
Let's go.
Let's go, yeah. Another
Yeah.
one we agree upon.
We
yeah.
might make a streak out of this. Who knows? Okay, but yeah, that's our thoughts on.
But that makes
Uh,
sense. Yeah.
Yeah, that's our thoughts on unconscious influence. Moving on, point number 6, the social construction. You read this out.
Oh, sure, yeah. How much of our identity comes from the labels, expectations, and reflections we receive from society? Would you be the same person if you had been born in a completely different culture or time period?
I like that last question.
Yeah, because that's the one that actually
Yeah.
makes you think, right? Because it puts into context, or like it makes it easier to think about
Yeah.
the overall question.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's start with that one. Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's start with
yeah.
that last one. Would you be the same
the same
person,
person.
in the? Oh, goddamn.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Would you be the same person in a different culture or, frick me, time period?
Personally, I don't think so.
Completely agree. I don't think so either.
Yeah.
I don't think so either. And it comes back to the last point about the unconscious and how everything is built by the surrounding repetition, whatever,
Yeah.
culture, etc.
I think this actually really accumulates a lot of the points that we had discussed prior, like even like the nature versus nurture part. How actually nature and nurture are both kind of interconnected in their way.
Yeah.
In the sense that I think in this case, let's say society of the time period would be the nurture part, and like the different part of the world would be like the nature part.
I see both of those are nurture.
Nurture?
Nurture.
Okay.
Because when we're talking about nature, I think about like the person that you truly are within, or the qualities that you actually want to be. I don't know. It's hard to explain, but yeah. Or
Hold on. This is okay. This explains so much. I think you misunderstood what we mean by nature.
oh shit. Okay.
This
oh,
explains
no. Oh no.
so much.
Oh no.
When we say when we talk about nature according to these points, we meant the physical environment.
Oh my god.
It explains so much.
Oh no.
It explains so much of why we were having that discourse last time.
Oh my god. Oh, that makes so much more sense. You think about nature as the actual environment.
Yeah.
Oh,
When you so the definition of your nature would be what I'm saying as nurture, actually.
yeah. Because
So-
when I think about nurture and nature,
Yeah.
I'm thinking about like a very popular character like Zuko. You
Yeah.
know Zuko from Avatar:
Yeah,
The
yeah,
Last
yeah, yeah.
Airbender. Like he was nurtured to be this very, not stoic. That's not the right word. Very brutal, angry,
Cold, ruthless,
Exactly,
yeah. Hmm.
cold, ruthless warrior, prince, soon to be king. Right. Well, he got banished and all, but.
Yeah.
But he got banished because his nature was
Conflicting
being
with his nurture.
exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
That's what I was thinking about the whole time.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow, that explains a lot. We might have to reshoot the last episode now.
No,
I'm
it's
kidding. I'm
fine.
kidding. No, I'm kidding.
No,
I'm kidding.
no, it's fine.
We're
No,
not.
yeah,
we're
don't
not.
do that. Don't do
We're
that.
not. We're not.
Don't do that,
It's
yeah.
too much. But okay, it's
Well,
good.
that
It's
and-
good that we got it resolved now. Lovely. All right.
But then that also kind of.
yeah.
Now that I think about it, that also brings up other questions. Does everybody have the same nature? I'm guessing.
No,
I would
of course
guess
not.
no, right?
No.
Right. But then what would be
Even if they do, I think the nurture part really differentiate. Like,
right?
for example, let's say like all of like a country, everybody's born in the same country.
Like even for
Or-
Zuko, for example,
Yeah.
I was just thinking about it. You could even argue that it was a battle between two nurtures, the one from the mother side and the one from the father side, and I don't know what, and maybe the nature part like decides finally which one is the right teachings he wants to follow. I don't know.
No, yeah, I was thinking more about the lines of like, because obviously we're referring to environmental nature, right? So, like for example, everybody who's born like in the same city or same village or something, the nature is the same for all of them, but they're not all the same people. They're their own person, and what
Yeah.
really differentiates that, and I think that's like where the nurture comes in.
It's their
you're brought
nurture,
up and-
is their experiences,
Yeah.
is what their actions, their as well as their intentions, of course.
yeah, yeah.
What point were we in? We were in the social construction.
Yeah. So, would you be the same person if you were born in
My
the
answer would still be no.
same? Yeah.
Would still be no.
I think this kind of also ties back to what was it was in one of the points last episode where I was talking about the foundational self comes from like your childhood
Yeah,
or something
Oh,
along those
yeah.
lines,
agreed.
and this has like the biggest impact on that childhood part of your life, which later on makes the foundation of you. So
Yes, agreed.
yeah.
I don't know. I feel like bringing this up as well. Like, it is possible to also go against that foundation.
Yeah,
as
yeah,
well,
of
like,
course. Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
we've seen
that is also possible.
lot
Zuko again.
Zuko,
Zuko,
yeah.
Zuko again.
yeah, and yeah, it's very much. I'm trying to think of like a more tangible example. Um,
I don't know if I can think of one.
I don't remember who it is.
Go for it.
Yeah, I don't remember his name, but I feel like I've heard this a lot in like interviews. Not just one person, like a few people. They often have this narrative of they were brought up one way, and then they had the choice. Like if they followed the path on which they were brought up. This is especially true with black people. Yeah, yeah. Where they always say that given the neighborhoods they grew up in and this and that, they could have landed down a very dark path. But then something in their life or some person in their life kind of changed the direction of that. And then, of course, then after that, it's their own choices and all of that as well made them land up in a better position. And yeah, I guess that's kind of an example of going against that nurture or nature or whatever. So Yeah, more of
I guess that
conscious
makes sense.
decision. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Cool. All right. Yeah, we are going on a streak. We agreed on 3 consecutive
Three.
points.
Three.
All right. Moving on.
I don't know. Is it a good thing that we're going on a streak? Not necessarily, right?
I think it is kind of.
It's not about the agreement. It's about the discussion.
It's not. Yeah.
though,
It's
right?
yeah.
So it doesn't
yeah.
matter. But
It
yeah, it's
doesn't
cool.
matter,
it's
but yeah.
cool that we're having a streak
Yeah.
of agreement.
It's cool for us because we disagreed so much the last
oh
time
yeah,
we
true,
did
true,
it. So
true.
that's
there,
why.
there you go. There you go. That,
So
that's the
okay, to
reason
give
why.
context, why we are so hyped about it is because I mean I mentioned this last episode as well, but like we had this discussion once before and we were kind of all over the place and like we were totally separate mindsets on a lot of things. So it's kind of cool for us that we are okay. It's not all separate stuff. We do agree on some
Yeah,
things.
there's points.
So that's why we are getting
There's
excited.
points that align.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. Next point. The next point was.
Yeah, point number 7, the observer versus the observed.
Well, this is very similar to another one in episode 2 and 3, wasn't there?
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
I'll
sorry.
just read it
Yeah,
there,
yeah.
continue. There's the part of you that experiences emotions and the part that notices you're experiencing them. Which one is... Wow, okay, I was not expecting that.
No, that reminded me because this is something I thought about before. No, go ahead. Go ahead. Finish it. Finish it.
Yeah. Which one is more essentially you, the thoughts and the feelings, or the awareness that watches them? This is a very
Both of
good.
them.
This is a very good question. Damn.
My answer for this one would be, let me read it again so I don't confuse my answer. And the partner is, which one's the more essential you, the thoughts or the feelings, or the the thoughts and feelings, or the awareness of those feelings? I say both of them are the essential you.
Oh, but it's asking which is more. So you
More essential. I say both of
You
them
think
are
both are
equally essential.
Okay.
Essential. Both of them are you. They're both equally essentially you. Grammar. I hate grammar. That doesn't sound right. I don't know why. They're both equally essentially
Yeah, it
you.
does.
That's right?
Yeah, you just need a comma. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's my answer.
I think it's the one that you pay more attention to.
Ooh, that's a good answer. I like that.
I think
I like
that's-
that.
yeah.
I like that.
Cause I'm just like, again thinking about.
Because have you done this before?
I
Have
have.
you have you like looked at yourself
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
first perspective to understand some of your feelings? Because I do that a lot.
Yes, same.
I do that a lot.
it a lot as well, and so I was just thinking about like the moments that I did that,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm thinking about. I don't think it really defines you as a whole, but you in the moment. It depends on which one you give attention to.
That's an interesting
Like
question.
you as a whole, I think I agree with you where they're both equally
They're both
essentially
equally you,
make
yeah.
you up.
Yeah.
But then the one that affects you the most is the one that you give attention to the most. Is how I interpret it. So in terms of
I
impact,
don't know, because I view that first perspective. Do you view it like a conversation, like a conversation between two yous? So
I kind of view it like you know how in Blue Lock like freaking Isagi like
you
has
know,
that eagle vision.
has
or whatever.
the god,
Yeah, yeah,
god
yeah.
vision, whatever.
Yeah, so I kind of like zoom out and I see what happened between me and whatever was happening, and then I kind of evaluate it as a third person, but it's still me.
Oh, so it's not like a.
I'm not having a conversation with myself.
Okay.
I'm having like a completely separate
You just look,
observation or like judgment based on what I did.
so you're like looking at your memory bank, like in
Yeah.
what's it called? Ready Player One. You're looking at like those memory ones.
Yeah.
Okay, because for me it's a conversation. It's a
Okay,
conversation.
Expand more on that. I find it interesting.
No, it's I don't know how to expand it more than that. It's just a conversation
Like
between
how-
me and you. One of them is more, or one of them, one person's responsibility is just to basically ask questions without any judgment or.
Okay.
Yeah, just without any judgment or feeling, just to be as logical as it possibly can, and then the other person just talks about the feeling, how that specific action
So
or
it's-
specific event made them feel, and
it's
then
kind of like a therapy session with yourself, basically.
almost kind of.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess
Okay,
so.
let's come up with a scenario for you to really like illustrate that, for because I'm trying to imagine it in a way. So scenario.
Yeah, give me a scenario. Yeah,
Yeah.
that could actually work.
So let's say you've had a very important you've had a disagreement
Okay. With who?
with someone very close to you. For example, okay, in this example, just purely hypothetical, let's say your sister.
Okay.
You've had a disagreement with your sister, and you both have like, you know what, let's take this up some other time. Let's take some time to cool off. And during that cool off time, you're now reflecting on that disagreement or argument or whatever. So how would that conversation in your mind go like? So let's say,
Right.
okay, to me just more specifics, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would help. That would help.
Let's say you both are disagreeing about um,
Anything. Let's say.
because it kind of has to be also important for you to reflect on. It can't be just be like, you know, Pikachu's the best Pokemon. It can't. And I feel most of the disagreements you have with your sister are just stuff like that.
Just opinions,
it's
yeah,
not-
somewhat,
it's-
yeah.
it's
That-
not
that is
the
kinda
very
true.
important stuff. Okay, let's say you've decided to move to another neighborhood here.
Okay.
All right, like it's a bit farther from uni, but it's a better room or something like that, whatever it is, and you've decided to move. And for some reason, your sister is very invested in that.
In the old one. Okay.
Yeah, in the old one, and she doesn't like the fact that you would give up a really good house that you're already living in to move somewhere where on paper is better, but then she thinks it overall negatively impacts your lifestyle because you're moving farther from uni. So with your job and everything like that. So that's
sure.
okay. So
Sure, I
that's
can work with that.
yeah. So that's what you're disagreeing about, and now you're reflecting. Shoot.
Right. So I guess first question I would ask myself: how did I feel throughout that whole conversation? Why did I feel that way? Is there any specific reason? And then I would give an answer. Maybe I felt very frustrated because she wasn't hearing my opinion out, or maybe I was feeling overwhelmed and just couldn't voice my opinion or whatever. And then after that, I would say, what about her? What did you think she felt like? And then I would start thinking, I don't know, maybe she really was invested in that place or whatever, for whatever reason. Maybe the place had some sort of significance because of an event or just because of geographically or whatever. Or then I'd say,
Yeah, let's say just to make this scenario more palpable, she has come here once and she lived with you in that flat, so she likes that flat.
sorry, she likes the flat.
Yeah.
And then I guess I'd try to go deeper into her reasoning. Maybe why'd she like the flat so much? What about its geographical location? And then from there, I guess I would go back to myself. Did you think what you did was right, even though even with what happened? Did you think it was the right thing? Did you think there was a better outcome? And if so, why do you think that one is a better outcome or the other one is a better outcome? And which one? And what does each outcome make you feel? And yeah, it just
Okay.
keeps going
So
on
it
until
like goes really in depth with it.
yeah,
Okay, cool. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. For me, it would be more like, so okay, since I don't have a sister, let's say mine is like with my parents.
Yeah.
Let's say my parents are actually in this scenario, your parents would have been more
Oh yeah, actually, yeah,
appropriate to
my
disagree with than your sister, but whatever, my bad.
No, that's fine.
But yeah, let's say like my parents don't like that I'm moving to another place, and then we had that argument, and then we are now reflecting. How I would see it is, I would replay that memory of me having that argument with them, but then it's kind of like a show. So it's happening in a theater, and I'm in the audience, and I'm watching this unfold as it is, and and then as it unfolds, I would be like, okay, maybe here they're right, maybe here I'm right. How do I? But then obviously expressing it this way didn't work. So then how would I express it in a way that they would understand, or how do I accommodate their views or their valid points into my decision or stuff like that. So I think it's both like the same end result, but just different
Just different methods.
methods. Yeah.
Different methods.
Yeah. But then again, coming back to like which is more essentially you, I think in the moment where you are doing that self-reflection and you're being aware of how your feelings are or what your thoughts were, I think that awareness part is more you than, because you don't feel that way or you don't think that way anymore in this current scenario, in like the current.
Would you not? Because you're still thinking about those old actions, right? So the feelings might still come back. No.
Yeah, but okay, I can see why you would say that, because in your method it's both the feelings and the objective part talking.
Yeah.
So I'm talking about like only the objective part. For me, it would be like only the objective
Yeah, it seems
part.
like for you it would probably mostly only be the third person, the third perspective.
Yeah. Because in my case, when I'm reflecting on it or when I'm being aware of my thoughts and feelings, I don't feel those things or think those things. I'm just a blank slate. And I'm like evaluating it based on that. You, of course.
No, I definitely.
You
definitely
do
feel
both
that.
at the same time, kind of.
Yeah, I feel
Yeah.
I feel it when I do that.
Okay, I guess that brings up another interesting point that, of course, probably like the ratio of it depends from person to person and the method they use. Because obviously for you, I think on the whole, the thoughts and feelings of you would be more essentially you.
Yes.
Because you feel it both while self-reflecting and in the moment.
Yes.
Whereas for me, it's more about which one I give attention to, because it's more equal in that sense. Yeah. So I guess it really depends on
on the person.
So then, yeah, I guess we would like encourage you guys as the audience to like really self-reflect on this point.
Yeah.
On how one, what's the method that you usually use when you're like self-reflecting on your thoughts, feelings, or actions, or whatever it is, and yeah, how does that ratio really define who you are? Because the reason why I think it's important to identify it is because then you can understand majority of how the after effect is. Like, for example, when you go back to the conversation to your sister or your parents or whoever, that ratio of like thoughts and feelings versus awareness, which is more me and all of that, plays a big part in how you resolve the issue or conflict or whatever. So cool, very, very good point. All right, point number 8, moving on. Memory as identity.
Memory as identity. So, I can read this one.
Yeah.
How much of who we are is built from our memories and stories about ourselves? What happens to identity when memory fails? Are we our past experiences or our present awareness? I like that last question.
Yeah.
A lot. I like that last question a lot.
Yeah.
Let's start with the first one, and then we build up to the last one. I say. So how
Yeah,
much
so
of
how
how much of who we are is built from our memories or stories about ourselves?
Okay. Mm,
I want to say all of it, but I don't know if that's
no, I don't think it's all of it.
right.
I think, but it's a very, very big part. Because I'll tell you why I'm
Right, because
like
the memories
what's
part is part of the self-reflection, like the point
Yeah, yeah.
before, and it's also part of the childhood and the unconscious part,
yeah,
right?
yeah. Yeah, what's going on in my brain right now is because the way the point has been phrased,
Hmm.
it's kind of assuming that you're not constantly changing.
Oh no, but we know that's not true.
We know that's not true. So that's why I'm thinking like, what happens to your identity when memory
Fails.
Okay, no, that is a whole nother conversation. But okay, are we our past experiences or our present awareness? I think it's like it. Okay, I mean, yeah, as you said, let's build up to that. There's too many thoughts going.
Yeah. Go with the
Okay,
first
how
one.
much
The first
how
one.
much of who we are is built from our memories and stories about ourselves?
Like we both agree, it's a significant significant
it's
portion,
very
right?
significant.
Because it makes up some of the unconscious parts, and it definitely is part of the reflection
Yeah, very
process
much.
that we mentioned before a few times as
Yeah.
well.
And I think also like I mean, it even ties up with like for memories, for example, how we are with different people. It is very much affected by the memories we have with those people, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So it ties in with like that relational self thing as well, and stories about ourselves. Um, this okay, that one ties into maybe like in Masks, part 1, episode 2, when I was talking about the quote unquote boring life thingy. So I because of the stories of myself that at the time I believed were mundane, I thought of myself as boring, which is now not the case because I think of myself as quite interesting. But anyway, but yeah, I think that's so like memories. I think memories affects more on like socially, like outside of you, of who you are outside, towards your people, towards the environment, towards strangers, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I think stories about ourselves affects more of who we are alone. The real you, in this case.
So memories is mostly about how we interact with the environment and the people around us.
I think it affects more
It
about
affects
that.
more.
Yeah.
And then the stories. What's the stories about ourselves? Is that also memories, or is that? Excuse me.
The way I'm interpreting it is the learnings from those memories.
Oh, okay.
Because like you make a narrative of yourself out of the memories
From
you
those
have of
memories, yeah.
yourselves, right? So that's how I'm interpreting it when we say stories about ourselves.
That just reminded me of Inside Out too. Oh my goodness! God damn
You
it!
good?
I'm good.
Yeah. All right.
I'm gonna need more hot chocolate later, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess if you see it that way, definitely. And adding on to that, like even those lessons can definitely change later on
Yeah.
as well because of self-reflection and when you look back at those memories and then
Yeah. 100%. Yeah. I mean, do you want to add anything to that?
I was just thinking about that first part where you said memories affects mostly how you interact with the environment, right, and the people around you. No, I don't. I wouldn't say I disagree.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Something about it is bothering me. Can't put my finger on it. Yeah, okay, that's fine.
Cool.
I can't put my finger on it, but I wouldn't necessarily disagree with that point. But
Okay. But something is
something
seems off.
Something's
Something
off.
needs
Something's-
refinement.
Something's off about it. Yeah,
All right.
needs a bit more fine tuning. Anyway, yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, we can go next point.
What
Oh,
happens
the next
to
question.
what happens to identity when memory fails? So I'm thinking more of this like Alzheimer's and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
What do you think happens to identity when memory? Because I don't really have an answer.
I don't know either.
Because obviously we haven't experienced it
Be-
ourselves, or I mean, not experienced,
that'd
but
be
we haven't
so
witnessed
scary.
it. Yeah, we haven't
Because
witnessed
I'm thinking
it ourselves.
I am thinking about this specific. There's an anime I was thinking about. What was it called? I don't even remember the name.
Actually, yeah, okay, you
There's
you-
an
you
anime.
talk
What,
about the
I was thinking
anime,
about an anime.
Because another
There's-
show came into my mind, but yeah,
There's
you
an
said-
anime where there's this island, and this island is made up by crystals or anthropomorphic crystals. It's so weird. Don't worry.
Okay.
But there's things like emeralds, diamonds, rubies, all the crystals, any type of rock you can think of. They're anthropomorphic, right? And a main theme of the show is that their whole bodies or their crystals in them has their memories, and the main character, her name is Foss, in the pursuit of getting stronger as a fighter, she loses bits and parts of her body, which get replaced with other rocks or other even metals. There's a time where she loses. It's a spoiler, but whatever. There's a time where she loses her arms and it gets replaced with gold. And every time she loses those parts, or those body parts, parts of her memories, some of her memories get discarded with those parts. And throughout the show, you see her identity change, how she acts with people. You even see she forgets some of the characters even. So I feel like memory is identity in some way, right? Because that anime showcases very well how she very drastically and very quickly changes because of those loss in memories.
Yeah, no, I agree. Because the show that came to my mind was Severance.
Severance?
That
I didn't watch that one. Yeah, you told me
the
about
whole
it.
point of Severance is memory as identity, actually.
Yeah?
Now that because when you said that there's this thing that carries memories, that's when it clicked in my. Because okay, the concept of severance is there's this procedure called severance, where when you head to work. Later on, it's shown that it's not exactly just for work, but for the most part, when you head down to work, the memories from your personal life switch off.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, you don't have any memories from your personal life.
Do you get any memories to replace those, or just...
No, it's like the first time you come down severed, you have no memories.
Oh.
Okay? And then after that, like whatever memories you have when you get into quote unquote work mode is just the memories of work. So, like, okay, for example,
No, I get it, but-
the way they depict it in the show. So, okay. So because of that, it creates like these two almost different people in the same body. So they call people who live like the personal life, they're called outies, and the work mode is called innies. And the way they depict the memories of innies is that, so in this case, the severance thing happens when you go down the elevator. There's a certain point where, because it's a chip in the brain or something like that, so the chip activates after a certain depth. So the way they depict the memory of the innie is that they never leave work. In their view, they never leave the building. Like the elevator closes, and the next they blink and the elevator opens, and they come back out. And so for them, they like time technically doesn't pass.
Right.
In the sense that they
They don't even know there's an outside world or anything.
they
like
know
that.
there's an outside world, but they know that they can't go out, because if they go out, they just turn into their outie.
Uh-huh.
and then the outie just lives his life.
Oh, so each version of that one person is aware that they
Yeah,
both
there are
exist.
two. Yeah, they know that they exist, but it's like, it's almost as if like your life and my life. Like I don't care what you do,
Damn.
and you don't. So it's kind of like that.
It just creates two different people.
Yeah, and that's like a big part of this. Cause okay, so the main character, right? The reason why he got severed, or why he did this severance thing, because he lost his wife, okay, and like he was miserable for like when he lost her. Like he was a professor, he just couldn't continue. So he wanted to get rid of those memories at least while he does work, or like, just to escape from that pain for 8 hours.
But then he doesn't escape from the pain, because then he just comes back up and
Exactly. But then
he's back to his normal self.
yeah, but then
right?
but time wise, it's less time spent in that pain.
In that pain. Oh.
Time-wise.
But he doesn't know that.
No, he knows that, because for him,
Or like his body or like his self doesn't
no,
feel it.
the innie doesn't feel it, but the outie does, because the outie goes.
Yeah, that's what
out
I'm saying.
for-
Like the outie doesn't feel that time spent of him not thinking about it.
No, but like, okay, for example, let's like a 9 to 5.
Uh-huh.
You enter in 9 and you get out at 5.
Mm-hmm.
You may not have felt that 9 to 5, but like in objectively, you haven't lived 24 hours. You've only lived for, like, let's say you wake up at 8 and you go to sleep at 10. You've lived for what?
Yeah, but while you're sleeping, it's not
6
like you're.
hours.
But while you're sleeping, it's not like you're awake counting the seconds. It just passes.
Yeah. So
Right?
that's what I'm saying. So, but like, in his view, living with it only for 6 hours is better than living the whole day with it. So anyway.
Okay.
So because the innie doesn't have any memories of the
No.
loss of his wife, he's completely different than how he is outside. And like the whole show really just plays on this dichotomy of like, the innie, because eventually it's like the innies want freedom as well to live their own life outside of work, because
they can't.
no, because they find love in the office and all of that, and it's the temptation to like just spoil the whole thing. But they want to live outside, and there is a way that they can live outside.
Cloning.
Not exactly. It's at the sacrifice of one of the versions.
Yeah, that would make a better story.
Yeah,
that would
so-
make a better story.
Yeah, but then I think that show really, along with the anime that you said,
Right.
really highlights how important memory is to an identity.
Reminds me, if we go back to, where was the one where we talked about or is it the same? Oh,
Which one?
whatever. Okay, so we both agree memory is identity.
Okay, I don't think memory is identity, but
then how else would you explain like these?
no, because I think like at least like thinking it from a Severance point of view, in your core, he's still like Mark. Like the guy's name is Mark.
Right.
He's still Mark,
Right.
and there are certain things like his sense of humor, for example, is the same regardless of his memories, and like the way he treats people with respect is the same regardless of his memories. So like those things still stay the same. It's just, but then a lot of it also changes. So I don't think memory is identity. Like if I were to put it in a percentage wise, I would say like 95% is definitely memory. But that there is a small fraction that makes up that foundational you.
But then, no, I don't know how to. I
'cause-
still think memory is identity.
Because no,
to an
okay,
extent.
kind of touching back to like how we talked about nurture and that foundational self. I'm thinking about how to explain it. the effect that the nurture has had
Mm-hmm.
on yourself
Mm-hmm.
isn't restricted to memory. In the sense,
Wait, repeat that last point. In
the effect
the nurture.
that the nurture, or rather, the effect that the memory has had on you
Mm-hmm.
isn't restricted to the existence of that memory itself. Like I'm like thinking about trauma,
Mm-hmm.
right?
It isn't. Okay, gotcha. I see what I
Like
see
even
where you're trying to go.
even if they forgot about it, it still affected them as a person and who they have become, and why they think about certain things the way they think about,
Mm.
right? Because I'm thinking like let's say hypnosis therapy and stuff like that. The main point is to make you forget about those traumas things.
But does it help though?
I don't know if it helps or not. I'm just saying the point of it is.
Right.
But then obviously there are stories where like even if you have forgotten, there are still like you still do flinch at people
Yeah,
yelling
because
at
it's
you.
ingrained in your brain, and then it becomes like this habit in the brain, even
Yeah.
if you forget the memory.
That's why I'm saying. So I think that like that there is that foundational self that isn't attached to memory.
But the brain changes according to the memories, though.
No, that's why I'm saying it's majoritarily
It's like a
memories.
relation. It's like a relationship between memories and brain. So okay. So I guess if
memories and self.
I guess if I just wipe somebody's brain with that's already somewhat developed, there would still be some semblance of that person because those memories already developed that brain, and without those memories, he's still gonna have some of those habits or thoughts or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
But then the memory, but then I'm coming back to I'm going in circles. But then the memory affected the brain, right? So if we start like with a, how do I word this? With like a default brain. I don't even know how to explain
With
it.
a
Like,
fresh brain.
with a fresh brain. But then what is a fresh brain though?
A baby.
A baby, but then aren't different. But this is just going to be another rabbit hole. But then aren't different babies' brain different? They're right.
I don't know, are they?
They should be because
like,
genetics, no?
I'm just thinking like apart from genetics, like in the sense that
But then genetics is
no, apart from like severe genetic differences like Down syndrome and stuff like that, just a normal genetic, like isn't the brain pretty much the same?
We're not biologists. We're not scientists. I don't know. I don't think
No,
so.
let's just speculate. We don't have to be accurate about this.
Okay, true. Good point.
We are not biologists, so like we don't have to be accurate about it.
I don't know. I wouldn't think they're the same,
I think that
right? Because of nature, because of biodiversity, but an evolution. Not every brain would be the same.
Do you know what this reminds me of? Our
What?
conversation for the next episode.
Oh God damn it!
That conversation we had prior.
Oh my God!
With uniqueness.
Uniqueness, right?
Yeah.
Because it makes sense, right? My argument makes sense, right? Because there's biodiversity, because there's evolution.
No, it makes sense.
Right? There's the brains
theoretically,
wouldn't be the same.
theoretically it makes sense, but practically I don't see it.
What do you mean by practically?
I don't think.
Like you don't think it doesn't make that much of a difference?
Yeah, like when a baby is born, I don't think, apart from the cases of like.
But you can't just ignore those cases.
No,
though, right?
no. I'm ignoring it because it's the minority. That's why. Wow, that's like society nowadays. Yeah. Anyway, like apart from the cases of genetic.
Is it the minority?
Of course,
Whatever.
Yeah, it is.
It doesn't matter. But okay.
Apart from the cases of like genetic disability, like just normal, I think it doesn't. The brain is pretty much the same for each person.
But then what about ADHD? And its spectrum of ADHD. Is it a spectrum? Right? It is, right?
As I said, I mean it's like I'm talking about.
But that one's not a disability. That's a genetic thing that gets passed down.
Is it genetic?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think. Yeah.
Regardless, I think it's still the same though.
I don't know.
Like, let's say, okay, if you want to
Oh.
take ADHD, like I think it categorizes it in the sense like, let's say ADHD, people on the same point in the spectrum of ADHD, they'll all have the same brain when they're born.
No, but then because then you can add my argument again of evolution and biodiversity, or not biodiversity in this case because it's all human beings. But do you get it?
But I'm saying we are taking, like, let's say we are taking 5 people who are on.
I get this is one of those agree to disagree, I guess.
Okay, I mean, last example, then whatever the result is from this, we'll just move on.
Right.
But let's take 5 people who are all on the same point of the spectrum of ADHD, all have the same amount of ADHD. So what I'm saying is when these 5 people were born as babies, fresh brain, fresh out of the womb, fundamentally, I think all of their brains are the same.
Right. Actually, another thing about it, why am I making this argument? I don't know. We just went on another rabbit hole because I'm thinking about it.
Because you
Right.
were telling about
Well, it
like
doesn't matter.
memory and
Because
this- yeah.
okay, I started. Okay, fine, whatever. Let's say there is a default brain.
Yeah.
Oh my god, there is a default brain. Right. What I am saying is that imagine we have a default brain. It doesn't have any memories, like a baby just being born. Right. Those memories are gonna shape and change the brain.
100%.
So wouldn't you say those memories are the identity of that person?
But again, the brain is not you. You are different. I told you. We touched upon this last episode. The brain is a tool. You are not the brain.
But then the memories are the you. No?
Yeah, but the memories are not the brain either. The brain
No,
processes
yeah, no, I agree with
Yeah.
that. But the memory changes the brain.
The memory forms you, but once a foundational form of you has been formed, it doesn't have an attachment to those memories, at least on a fundamental level, is what I'm saying.
Oh, so because you see, because the brain, or in this case, because you think the brain and the you is separate. Wait, say your point again. I am.
Okay. Ignore the brain.
No, I don't want to.
Sense
We're too deep
okay,
into this.
fine. Sense of self.
Sense of self, yes.
So, the memories shape your sense of self when there's nothing there.
So there's already a sense of self.
No, there's not. When you're born, you don't have a sense of self.
Okay. So then what makes that sense of self?
Yeah, those memories and like how you're nurtured makes that sense of self, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
But then once that sense of self has been made,
When is it made?
I don't know, it can be made even after like a year. It doesn't have to be, because it constantly changes. I'm not saying that the sense of self is, once it's there, it's there. That's not what I'm saying. Like, imagine it as sedimentation. Okay?
Yeah. I get like it's a process, but
Yeah,
Okay,
like the sense of
continue,
self
continue.
keeps on growing
Gotcha,
as you
gotcha.
grow.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is once that base layer has been made, like let's say you've lived 1 year, so that 1 year sense of self that you have, but then you're not really conscious at 1 year. So let's say
So when you get when
seven
you're
years.
conscious.
Yeah, let's say 7 years.
When you're conscious.
When you're conscious, that 7 years of self is not now directly attached to your memories, because you don't remember actually your babyhood or whatever. You don't remember it.
But you would have still you still would have done stuff, and those memories would have still shaped.
That's what I'm saying.
brain,
it would have
right?
shaped you, but then you don't. But it doesn't have an attachment to the memory anymore, because it's already made.
But the memory, because I'm thinking about the brain, because I'm thinking about how those memories shape the brain. The brain changes, adapts, whatever, and then after you forget it, those habits and changes in the brain are still there.
So in a way, it's the same thing that we're talking about.
Right.
It's just that you're saying that the changes are made in the brain.
In the brain.
And I'm saying that it's made in the sense of self, which is separate from the brain. But on the whole, we
So
both
my
are.
sense of self is the brain, I guess. but-
Yeah, that's
for
what you're
me-
saying. But on the
But then-
whole, we kind
okay,
of
but even then, I still think the memories make the sense of self. No, right? We agree on
that's
that,
what
right?
I'm saying. It does make the sense of self. But then after it has been made,
Uh huh.
there is not an attachment like the because I'm
God.
because this is like drawing back to that point of if you forget everything about yourself, there are still some habits or some quirks about yourself. For example, like to take Severance, for example, sense of humor is one of the quirks. It still remains in you regardless of the memories you carry. Now, was it formed by your memories and the way you were brought up? Yes.
Yes.
But then after it has been formed, it doesn't have a connection to those memories because those memories are gone, but it still remains. That's what I'm saying. So when I say 95% of your constant self,
So would the answer here be then memories is the building blocks of the sense of self, not necessarily.
oh no, that's definitely the building blocks of sense
yeah,
of
not
self.
necessarily identity itself.
Yes.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
that one makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay. Cool. Now we're going to. Now the next point is where we're going to argue about brain and sense of self.
Oh, fuck me. Oh, damn.
Hit me.
Final point.
Hit me.
Final point. Point number 9. The core versus the layers. Is there some essential you underneath all the roles, masks, and adaptations? Or are we just the sum total of all our layers with no fixed center? What happens when we strip away job, relationships, and achievements?
Oh God, it's like those TikToks and Instas when they say introduce yourself without including jobs.
It is.
Who
It's
you are.
really
Yeah,
brought
that's
up from that
basically
point. So,
that.
yeah.
It's basically that. Oh my God. Oh. It's hard. It's hard.
I think it's hard for those who have put a lot of their identity in those things.
Right? Like if you think about like athletes, especially those who started from childhood to do, I don't know, tennis or football,
yeah.
right? That's
A
a,
lot of their-
huge part of the
that's-
identity,
yeah.
right?
And if you take that away from them, it's just they don't know what to do with themselves. So,
What was the question again?
is there
What
some
happens when you strip away? Oh no, the one before. Or are we just a sum of total of all our layers with no fixed center?
So basically, is there like a fixed center that is so? In the language that we've been using so far, is there
Mhm.
like a fundamental sense of self?
Or in my case, nature. Is there a nature?
Yeah, sure. Is there like a fixed nature
Mm-hmm.
that is being built upon as you grow, or is it constantly being changed with no foundation? With no foundation, yeah.
Because the way we've been talking about it, well, at least for now, it seems like there is no fixed center.
I think the way we've been talking about, there is a fixed center.
Because we're talking about how memories, make the building blocks of the sense of self or the brain,
Yeah.
and then
So that sense of self or the brain would be the fixed center that is later
not
on
necessarily
grown upon.
because you can change that you can change that. No,
You can, but
it's not
This-
necessarily a fixed center. It's
think about it like in your own case.
Mhm.
All right, how much ever you try to change yourself, there are still some things that will always remain to make Nicholas. No matter what you change,
what are those
in
things,
like
though?
in the ability that you have to change yourself, there will be some things that still make Nicholas.
What though?
And that's for you to find out. I think it differentiates from person to person.
Is it the hobbies? Is it the jobs?
No,
Is it
because you
what we
can change
do?
those. No,
Then what is it then?
your personality, I think.
But then
And even that is, some of it is changeable, but there are core things that I still think.
But what
I'm,
though? What
I'm trying to think of
specifically
an,
though,
I'm
right?
trying to think of an example.
Right, because personality you can change. If you want, you can change that personality completely,
But
almost.
I don't think you can change it completely. I
think
don't
so.
think you can't. I don't think you can change it like from the ground up.
Why not?
Because I think there is a fixed center. That's why I just believe so. And I like, because I can't imagine it. I can't imagine building, because I'm
Yeah, like
for
of
myself,
course, it's
like
gonna be hard to.
for myself.
Mhm.
Like, let's say I want to reinvent myself. I can't imagine building an entirely different personality from the ground up, and then living the rest of my life in that personality. I think temporarily I can, like in the case of an actor for a role, sure, he or she can make up an entire personality from the ground up for that specific character, but then that's still not them. Who they are as a person, that is.
I don't know. I don't know.
I think it
what
does. It affects the person that you are. Like, for example, I'm thinking about Christian Bale. He says that his roles play a lot of effect in who he has become.
Oh yeah, I was just about to say, right? Like there's a lot of actors where when they dedicated themselves a lot to a specific role, it later on affected how.
Yeah. So
How they-
I think it, like, obviously it does affect who you become, but I still think there is a deep down under all of that, there is a fixed center that makes Christian Bale.
But
Christian
what is
Bale.
it? I'm just trying to figure out what is that fixed center though. What is something that makes up that fixed center?
My question is it important?
That's another great question.
to-
I don't
to
know. Is
identify
it
it.
important? I don't. Well, I guess not. Not really.
Because I think the way I'm seeing it, I think it's more important to believe whether you have a fixed center or not than to because I believe I have a fixed center, but then it's not that important for me to identify what that fixed center is, because it's fixed. I can't change it anymore. But then the fact that I do have a fixed center influences the way I grow and build myself around the memories and experiences that I do gain going forward. Whereas if I didn't have a fixed center, then I think I would be going through an existential crisis every day, asking, who am I?
Don't you?
I don't.
Everybody does.
I don't, at least for the most part, I don't. I'm not saying that it doesn't happen. Obviously, it happens. We all have existential crisis.
Because it's just so hard to pinpoint what makes up that fixed center.
Again,
Right?
my question is it important?
Is it important? I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't think so
I don't
either.
think so.
I think the fact whether you believe there is a fixed center or not is more important than actually identifying whether there is one. I mean,
Right.
whether, like, where does it start and where does it end?
I haven't thought about it if I had a fixed center.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Oh no, maybe for now,
Uh-huh.
just to go against you. Let's
Sure.
say I don't have a fixed center.
Okay. No, let's say you don't have a fixed center. So
Mhm.
what?
So I don't know. What does that mean? Does it matter? Does it? Does it matter if you believe you have a fixed center or not?
In my
'Cause it
view,
doesn't-
whether or not you say you have a fixed center, you have a fixed center. In my perception, regardless of what you believe or what you say, you do have a fixed center.
I have a fixed center.
Yeah. Because
if I don't-
I think, let's say 10 years from now, right? We've gone our separate ways in life in this scenario. And let's say we meet each other, but then we don't recognize each other physically. But then let's say you make some, I don't know, stupid joke about medieval swords or something. And then I'm like, nah, that's Nick. Because like you seem vaguely familiar, but I'm like, is it really? But then you make that joke and I'm like, that's Nick. That vague joke is somewhat related to that fixed center because that fixed center hasn't changed across these 10 years.
Yeah, I don't know how to make an argument for this. Because it's just so vague. But it... Alright, let me read the question. Maybe that will help me. If there is some essential you underneath all the roles and master and other stations... Well, I guess if I say there is no fixed center, that would be a no. Or are we just assume? Oh no, I don't know what to say to
Okay,
this.
don't take this as fact
No, go for it.
because
Doesn't matter.
like but I think like your core beliefs or things that you don't compromise on.
But those
Alright.
things can change.
No,
If
that's
pushed
why I
enough.
said it. That's why I said don't take it as fact. But I think like it does connect somewhat to that fixed center, or to what makes up that fixed center.
Right.
Because there are some things that you will fundamentally not change on. Because like
But
No-
what exactly though?
no one can
that's the
convince you.
thing.
No one can convince you that murder is right,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
But then there are some people who think murder is right or genocide is correct.
Hmm.
So for them in their fixed center, okay, I can't speak for them, but like let's say for you, in your fixed center, no one can shake you to think that genocide is correct or murder is correct, right? So that's kind of connected to your fixed center. Whereas if you didn't have a fixed center at all, that means you are what do you call, malleable all the time, without any foundation or like pillars.
Ooh, I just thought of an answer for the fixed center. At least makes more sense to me, and it's a bit more tangible and
Okay.
less vague. The fixed center, I think, in the end, is just the physical body itself and the brain,
Not this again. Bruh.
right? Or in other words, or another way you can see this is basically just our instinctual responses from, just our ancestors, from human nature, as we evolved throughout time. That's the only way that's the only tangible answer
I don't
that
agree with your answer, but
that
if-
makes sense to me, right?
I don't agree with
That's
the
our fixed core right there.
I don't agree with the answer, but if it makes sense for you, it makes sense for you.
That makes more sense to me.
Okay.
Because you can't change. Well, I guess
You can't change your
physically.
body,
you
of
can
course.
you can like cut it. I
In
guess.
fact, your body changes without you knowing, without
Yeah,
any
yeah.
of your control.
No, the body
I
does
mean,
change.
for the
but
most part. Yeah.
but the brain also changes. Oh shit, that doesn't make sense. Oh wait, what?
That's what I say.
The
Because
brain- the
you're
brain
contradicting
changes.
yourself with
Oh,
what you said for the
shit.
last point.
The brain changes, the body changes.
But then your core values don't change. So,
But the core values can change though.
is anybody going to be able to convince you that murder is right?
Of course not, but that's an extreme.
Well,
yeah,
but
but
you can't,
that's
I
where
can't
that's
ignore
where
the
the
extreme, yeah.
that's where the fixed center is, in those extremes. Everything else can be changed. We're not talking about that. We're not talking about the stuff that like is my religion correct or not. What you think about your religion can change. We're not talking about that. We're talking about those extremes.
I guess if we are talking about the extremes, then maybe. Okay, sure. I guess so. Yeah, because the physical body one, no, no, agreed. That doesn't make
Yeah.
sense. That's not fixed either.
Yeah.
That's for sure. So if
Progress. Yeah.
So the fixed center is it's the extremes, the things that you would do in the
The
extreme
things
situation,
that you would not compromise on whatsoever.
in the extreme situations. Okay.
Yeah, not even just situations, just extremes in general, like extreme views, extreme, situations, circumstances, whatever. Extreme actions. Well, not actions.
I
but
guess we
yeah.
have to be challenged in those extremes to know if those are fixed. Not that
Sure. Okay. Fine.
I guess
mean,
so. I don't know.
I'll take it.
For now, yeah. For now,
I'll take
for now, I guess that's the answer. I guess that is the answer.
Yeah.
The things you would do in those extremes, or the things that you would not do in those extremes.
I mean, again,
or-
it's not essential that we do arrive at an answer. Like my answer is there is a fixed center, but then if you're not fully convinced, feel free to like.
right, because my reason is because we haven't gone necessarily to those extremes.
Okay,
right?
okay, no, fair enough.
That's why I'm
So-
still thinking like,
So
is
let's
it really fixed? We
let's
need
do
to-
this. Let's do this. Let's do
Go
this.
ahead.
I'm convinced, right? You're not.
Mhm.
So you can take your time to explore this thought and this like very existential problem, and then whatever answer you do arrive at, first we can discuss it amongst ourselves. If it's really revolutionary, like if it's like completely opposite to what I said or whatever, we can discuss it in an episode, future
Right.
episode. So
I like that idea.
TBD for Nick.
I like that.
So-
I like that. I like
yeah.
that. I like that.
All right, but that does finally bring us to the end of this episode. 1 hour 18, not bad. I thought it might have gone a bit longer than that, but it's good.
Oh,
And,
that's a good amount. That's a good amount. of
Yeah,
recording.
yeah. And here I just have as a closing remark for all of us is we've spent like on the whole almost 3 hours, approx 3 hours of our lives trying to define what we are, who we are, or what makes a person. But then the truth is, and as discussed again in Masks, is that we constantly change, and you can never truly define all of you at any given time. So I mean, to define is to limit. So how important it is to decide, how important it is for you to define yourself is honestly entirely up to how much you value that definition. Me personally, I value it a lot, so I think it's important for me to define myself, at least at a foundational level of who I am. But for some people, maybe for Nick, I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, maybe you don't feel the extreme need to define yourself all the time.
I've never really defined myself, and
Yeah, fair.
like
So-
like I do have core values, and I've thought about like core values, but
Mm.
who I am as a person, I haven't really thought about what makes.
but it doesn't like really affect your day-to-day life.
Oh no.
Yeah, for me it does. So at least like mentally and physiologically, not physiologically, that's psychologically and mentally, for me it does affect my day-to-day life. So I work on dealing with these questions and thoughts almost at least at a weekly basis, not daily. But yeah, so ultimately it's entirely up to you how important these 2 episodes even were. But yeah, I mean, I'm saying this in the case that if you are one of the extremes who think that defining yourself is the utmost priority of your life,
Just live your life.
it shouldn't be,
Yeah,
please.
just live your life.
'Cause, yeah.
Go out there.
Because the problem is,
Live a little.
as soon as you arrive at an answer of who you
It's
are,
gonna change. Yeah,
you're gonna
exact-
change.
It's gonna
Something's
change.
gonna happen, and you're gonna do something that you didn't think that you could do, and then bam, you're back to square
Exactly.
one. So
Life
don't.
life happens. Exactly.
Yeah,
Life
life happens.
life keeps going. Life keeps going. It never stops.
Yeah, molding
It
us.
always goes on, and
Yeah.
it always molds us. Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, if you stuck around for this long, thank you. Thank you for listening to 2 young adults just
Speaking
Yeah.
of brains,
Speaking-
or minds,
Yeah, just discovering this whole concept.
and blabbering.
Yeah, and yeah, I'm very excited for the next episode. We're gonna be dealing with uniqueness, as teased
Damn.
earlier.
So we're gonna go into the brain thing again, aren't we?
Oh yeah, 100%. So
Damn.
be prepared for a lot.
I feel like the fixed score is gonna come back again.
Oh yeah, it
The
definitely
fixed
is.
score is gonna come back.
Yeah,
Maybe I'll give my answer next week.
if you arrive it by
it
then,
won't even
yeah.
be in a new episode.
But yeah, and yeah, look forward to more disagreements between me and him next episode. So, but yeah, we do hope that. Hold on, I'm
You're
talk-
just going.
I'm
You're just going in
talking.
circles. All right. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit the like button and hitting the notification button to get updated on all our videos. We do have an Instagram.
Yeah.
And
Follow
if
us.
you do wanna
Follow us
talk
there.
with us, you can DM us through Instagram or, of course, write a
Comments.
comment down
Also-
below.
Also, we haven't been showing much love to our Spotify listeners, so you guys
Oh,
on
yeah.
on you
on
guys
Spotify. We also have a Spotify. This is also
yeah,
on Spotify.
this is also on Spotify. You guys on Spotify, thank you for your support so far.
Yeah.
And yeah, if you really like the show, drop a follow. It really helps. Also, if you want to leave a rating, leave a rating. I mean, whether it
That's
be
a thing.
yeah.
I did not know.
You can leave it 1 star, 5 star, 4 star, whatever rating you want. We're not going to pressure you at
Yeah.
all. Just and yeah, there's comments there as well. There's comments enabled, so feel free to interact with those comments as well. We might even start putting up polls.
Oh, you can do that also on Spotify.
Yeah.
As you can tell, I don't use Spotify,
Yeah.
so I didn't know any of this was a thing.
Yeah,
on
but
Spotify.
yeah, sometimes we might start because okay, context. I'm the one responsible with the whole uploading thing, as you might have figured out. So to change things up exclusively for the Spotify listeners, we might have some interaction there with the polls in the upcoming episode. So if you're curious, go and check it out there. So yeah, thank you, Spotify listeners as well. Yeah, so
That's it. That's
we-
it for today.
yeah, we hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you next week.
Stay curious. See you next week, everybody.
Oh wait,
What's-
wait,
come on.
wait. We forgot our most important line,
What?
and we hope that this served as entertainment at the very least,
Oh, that.
and enlightenment at the very.
You need to make
most.
that shorter.
Yeah, I need to. Yeah,
You need to make
it
that
sounds
shorter.
cooler though.
You gotta find out to make it shorter.
All right. Anyway, bye bye.